Fantastic. All right, we've got the band over there. They're starting to plug in again. That means they're about to get into their next second song. So if you guys are ready, I'll wait for the cue. They're all set. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here they are again for the second song, the Cast Irons.
We are the Cast Irons, and this song is called I'm Gone.
Someone you know, I'm not cold when I'm gone. Top class cruise on the gravel road, hands in the dirt, nowhere to go. But make no mistake, you can never leave this liquid gold. The street's over, you need to find someone you know when I'm gone, when I'm gone. Dark clouds overhead, no, it's not forgiving. Smiles of rose, no trip tonight, no needs of us. Night aside, when you see me, darkness takes over, and you need to find someone you know when I'm gone. Thank you.
All right. Guys, come on over. Let's talk. You guys are a little stiff there at the end. There you go. Just kind of put that right there.
All right.
And get your mics on. All right. Well, thanks for coming by. I love the sound. It's fantastic. And obviously, first thing I always like to find out from. Well, first, let's introduce yourselves.
Yes.
You're the lead singer?
Yeah, Eric Downing, vocals, guitars.
Brian Fernald, guitars.
All right. Awesome. Guitars.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you
And
so
the
much.
sound is wonderful.
Appreciate it.
So, who are your influences? That's what I always like to know.
So many to list, actually.
Yeah. It's a classic rock stuff.
Yeah.
There's some 80s new wave stuff in
Yeah.
there that's influential.
I think all four of us bring our own, inspirations that we've grown up with, and one of the first song is very Hall & Oates, actually.
Yeah.
Someone told us that, and we were like, yeah, I think just kind of
that
came
vibe.
out from
Right.
out of the ether. We
Right.
just sort
Now,
of-
I know the drummer had to leave. I guess he had some kind of event he had to go to.
Yes.
But that drumming is very interesting. It's standing up drum.
It's a cocktail set.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's called a cocktail set. I guess he had that made specifically from a guy who does those by hand in California, actually.
When do we see the cocktails?
Yeah, I know. They should come with
I know.
cocktails, right?
So he had it specifically made in California.
Yes, yeah, hand ordered or hand picked, and however his setup is. And Corey could tell you more about it, but yeah, it's brilliant. So I've never seen something like that in my
Yeah,
life.
no,
Yeah, so-
I saw this Brazilian guy doing it one time, but he had all these maracas all over the place and stuff. It reminded me of that when I saw
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
But again, that sound, the beat, just got it down, and
Yeah, he uses that set for our acoustic sets because we do electric, and he's got a full set. But when we want to kind of
I can believe it. I can't find the CD.
Oh, yeah.
I had the CD. Well, let's talk about your CD. I'm holding it up right now. Maybe we'll put it in post. It's right here,
There it
folks. Talk about this CD. What's the name of it?
Sure. Our first CD EP was called the Broken Hearts Club. About 9 songs that we have on that EP. We probably have. It was probably a few months ago that we actually released it. It's on
Yeah.
Bandcamp right now. You can get it on our Facebook site, which leads you to Bandcamp, and you can purchase it on the Bandcamp site.
great.
So actually, we're going to be recording very soon in January or February for another 12 or 15 songs. We're gonna
And where do you do your recording?
Mark Daly's studio. He's out of.
He's out of Avon, Mass.
Avon, Mass.
Avon.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Right near
great.
the Jordans
Yeah, right.
area. So yeah, Mark Daly's brilliant. He's such a great engineer and producer. He gets the best out of us, and
Wow.
we thank him for his
I
work.
played the CD, and it is fantastic. Great sound.
you.
And so, how did you guys form? That's another thing you always like to know.
Well, these guys, is it Bob and Eric got together? What was it? About 5 years ago or so.
Yeah.
you guys are still together?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
They had another drummer, Neil Bowman. As a matter of fact, Neil and myself played in a band, as well as Eric. We all played in the same band together many years
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
So it was just kind of like getting the pieces of the puzzle together. They gave me a call, and that's basically the foundation that we started with. Corey is the newest
The
member
newest
of
guy.
the band,
Yeah.
and he's the perfect fit
Yeah.
for us.
And what's the bass player's name?
Bob French.
Bob French.
Bob French.
Yep.
So this is what we've been doing. We've been toiling, writing songs and just recording and trying to get out to play them
Yeah.
to people as much as we can.
Now, I was talking with you at that gig we were at a few days ago, and today's music scene is tough.
It is.
And we're losing venues left and right, and I feel so bad for the young kids starting out today. You guys kind of weathered. You've been around, but I used to do lights for a band, and I know what that life is like. But it's so tough to make a living.
Sure is.
Absolutely. We all have day jobs.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
But this is a dream of ours, and it just worked out well that I have 3 other guys. We have 4 guys that we organically just work well together. We listen together. We respect each other.
It shows.
There's
in
no
your
drama.
performance.
Yeah, we're very tight.
Very easy. It was a very
Yeah.
easy night that night.
Good.
And let's kind of talk about the idea of you're in this band. Who does the writing? Do you do it as a group? Does one person take the lead?
It's kind of all of the above. Brian comes in with stuff. I come in with stuff. Bob does as well. Like I said, it organically sort of comes together when we practice. Brian will come in with a song or an idea. I'll play it at home. I'll record it and send it out to the guys to kind of give them a little heads up to where it's going, and vice versa. And it kind of forms when we practice. And we've been writing like crazy the past few months.
That's
actually.
great because that's the inspiration. I also ask is, do you get the music first, the lyrics first, or is it both?
It depends, really.
Yeah.
If something comes lyrically first,
Yeah.
whether it's a phrase, kickstart the wheels rolling that way, or it could be the musical side of things. The whole basis of it is like really not being constrained to any particular thing, style, or
And that's it.
genre.
I think it's also what I liked about your sound. It's got a mix of stuff. You know, in the old days, and when I was around doing music, we listened to different kinds of music.
Sure.
Today, it seems like kids just listen to one kind of music, and that's unfortunate, I think. They're missing out.
Absolutely, absolutely. They stereotype, or they kind of focus in on one genre, and I think that's. I've got a 10-year-old daughter, and before, you know, I had her a few days ago, and we were listening to Queen, of course.
Yeah.
And then we were
That movie
listening
coming
to,
out, I think it's out already.
Yeah, so we were listening to Queen, and then we were listening to Yo-Yo Ma.
Oh,
so I'm really trying to.
That is great.
Give
See,
her
I did
a-
the same thing with my daughter.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you know, you got it, and now, you know, she's very appreciative of all kinds of music. Sure.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
think that's a great thing.
Yep.
So, any gigs coming up? Let's talk about some gigs.
So, yeah, we do have a gig at the historic Ralph's Diner in Worcester, Mass. On, let's see, December 7th. It's a Friday night. We're playing with 3 other bands. I think we're going on at 10, but please come out early. We are very supportive for local music. It's very important to come see and just take a chance, you know, because there's some really good acts out there, really good talent. So come on out December 7th. After that, we're kind of taking a little break for shows because we're going to be recording. So we
No,
want to focus
that's
on
great
that.
then. It's great, perfect time for recording because you don't have to travel in the winter.
Right.
Traveling in the
Absolutely.
snow is a drag. Man.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a van you go in?
No, not this time
Not
around.
this time?
Creepy
Yeah.
white van.
Yeah.
And it's unpredictable in New England. We
Yeah,
never
exactly.
know, like, whether the weather is going to be a nor'easter blowing through, or if it's
Yeah.
going to be 60.
Hey, I
There you
got
go.
a nor'easter right here.
Hey.
Going through
I
right now.
Well, that's great. Well, I love the sound. In fact, love
Thank
it
you.
so much. I think we have time for one more song.
Awesome.
All right?
First off, I want to thank Ron, and I want to thank Mike Stewart, who's in the audience as well. For,
Yeah, Mike.
joining us
Mike's the
together.
guy that turned me on to you guys.
So,
thank you, Mike.
And everybody at Malden TV, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Yeah,
All right.
so we're gonna do one more
look,
song?
the drummer's back. Well,
Hey.
this is great.
Hey.
So why don't you take your mics off?
All right.
And what's the song we're going to hear? The last song.
Last song is called Breathe, actually.
Breathe.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a good time to do that.
Yes.
All right. They're going to go over to the set over there and hook up their guitars. And I'm so glad we got time for one more song. And they pick up their guitars. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, here they are for their final song. And we do appreciate them coming by. The Cast Irons.
I'd like to introduce the band. So we have Brian Fernald on guitar. We have Bob French on bass guitar. We have Corey Prince on drums, and my name's Eric Downing. I'd like to say we're on Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. We do have a website, thecastirons.com. You can find us all there. Links to some music on Bandcamp, and this song is called Breathe.
Take
sweet summer night. Open the window and let the sun in. Open your eyes, look to the sky. Don't ask me why, just let the sun in. Learn to forgive yourself. You believe in something. Feel the sun on your skin. Got to breathe it in. Believe in something. Got to believe in something. Feel the sun on your skin. Got to breathe it in.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. They have an incredible band. The Cast Irons, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, guys. That was wonderful. That's what I love about this show, man. We have all kinds of bands on, and the variety of music is terrific, and you guys are wonderful. So thank you so much for coming by.